Hey, Tamika, so let's take a look. There's a couple of ways we can do this, and I think for this first one, what I'm going to do, y equals negative 2x, is I'm just going to make a table. And the reason is, this one's like almost too easy. It's hard because it doesn't have that intercept on it, which makes it a little harder to locate. So if I do x, y, and you can do this for any equation where you have it like as a y equals, you can just make up a couple of values for x, plug them in, see what happens for y, and that will get you your line. So I'll show you this version, and I'll show you slope-intercept as well here in a second. So if I let x equals 0, plug that in here, I'm going to get y equals 0. So there's my first point, will be 0, 0. And then if I let x equal 1, 1 times negative 2 is going to make negative 2. And so what that would do is, I'm going to actually clear this on here so that I can draw on it. And let me get this. So we're going through 0, 0, which would be right there. And then our other point was 1, negative 2. So x is 1, y is negative 2. So that would be this top one. And then if I wanted to look at this as slope and intercept, so remember how we have y equals mx plus b. And so b is our intercept, our y-intercept, where it's crossing the y-axis. And in this case, that's 0. And that's what I was saying, is sometimes that 0 messes people up. And then our slope is negative 2. And then remember for slope, slope is rise over run. So this is like negative 2 over 1. So if I was starting right here at 0, 0, I would run 1 and I would rise negative 2. So down 1, 2. There's that other point. So you don't have to make the table. You can totally use slope and intercept, but if you get messed up on it and can't get to work, just make the table as that will get it done. So that's that one. Let me clear this now. And I'll pop over and do the same with this one. So y equals 2x minus 4. So if I want, this will always work. So if I let x equal 0, 0 minus 4 would be minus 4. If I let x equal 1, it's not a very good one, 2 minus 4 would be negative 2. So that's totally one way to get there. So when x is 0, and actually let me point out, if you have a tendency, as I do very much, to get the points crossed up and end up graphing negative 4, 0 instead of 0, negative 4. Something that I do is I say to myself, when x is 0, and I get my x where it's supposed to be, then I go y is negative 4. And if I say that out loud to myself, I do a little better job of not getting mixed up. So like here, when x is 1, I come over to 1, y is negative 2. And there's that one. And it might, oh, it let me. And so that should be the graph. The other way to look at this is we're going to start on negative 4 because that's our b, that's our y-intercept, and then rise over run 2 over 1, so it's going to go over 1 and up 2. So same thing whether or not you use the slope and the intercept or you make a table, whichever one is works best for you. Hopefully that helps.